we're going through the number 1 seeded Chicago Bears schedule because the Niners have action potentially for the number 1 overall seed. And people are kind of scoffing at Alex Spadoni. They got no chance. Wouldn't you know it? When's the last time a Bears-Lions game felt that big at the end of the season?
So Baker came back and played.
He did play.
That is shocking.
He's such a gamer, dude. I love Baker Mayfield. He is I would love rooting for a guy like that. I'll just say that. All right. So let's go to the conference standings. So you got the Bears at 9-3.
That's maybe the biggest upset of the week
against the Eagles.
Besides Panthers, Rams.
Yep. I didn't see that coming.
No, nor did I.
I didn't see the Cowboys beating the Chiefs, too.
Eagle fans were leaving in the fourth quarter.
Cowboys all of a sudden might have action in that division. I told you guys
I like the Cowboys.
I know, but in the division, I don't
want this to get clipped. I don't like the Cowboys. I think that we have underrated the Cowboys, and that the acquisition of Kenny Clark mixed with Quinnen Williams has changed their defense fundamentally.
Okay, let's start with the Bears' schedule, all right? They're the number 1 overall seed currently. They got 5 games remaining, and obviously we know 1 against the Niners, taking on the Packers in Lambeau Field. That's going to be a juicy one. I'm assuming that's going to be America's game of the week, whatever. Burkhardt, Tom Brady.
Brady will be there.
Brady will be there. Then
with his weird glasses that he doesn't need.
Get in the front office, fix the Raiders, Tom. What are you doing in the broadcast booth? You have bigger problems. All right, the week later, back at home, they're taking on the Browns. Browns defense got action, all right? That's it. That's not going to be a walk in the park, all right? Then they got the Packers again, and that's going to be back at home. So 2 out of the 3, they got Green Bay. Divisional rivalry, is that the oldest rivalry in the NFL, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Packers-Browns. That's, at worst, you're looking at split right there. I'm having a hard time seeing them go 2-0 there.
If you're an NFL scheduler, you've been waiting for the Bears to be good so they could face the Packers in late December because both are outside. That's...
and get this. What a
chef's winter games are all about.
NFC, look at these last 3 NFC games for the Browns. So they got that Packers game December 20th.
We need the Browns to play well.
Yeah. We do.
You do.
Yes.
There's no other way around it.
You actually need a couple teams that you hate to play well. I'll explain later on. So you got the Bears-Packers there. Then they go to Levi Stadium. Monday Night Football. Niners, Bears.
And what day is that? December what?
How massive is that? I butchered it as I'm going butcher boy on you. That Packers-Bears game in Chicago, December 20th, is a Saturday game. So they actually have a short week after that Browns game back at home against the Packers. Then they have 8 days, Sunday Night Football the following week against the Niners. Again, we're going through the number 1 seeded Chicago Bears schedule because the Niners have action potentially for the number 1 overall seed, and I'm telling you why. And then they finish up their season, the Chicago Bears, against the Lions, and that's TBD. And wouldn't you know it? When's the last time a Bears-Lions game felt that big at the end of the season?
The Lions might legitimately be mathematically eliminated.
Yeah, by that point. They might be.
They might.
But they'll be playing spoiler.
Oh, there's no question.
And they would love to do that because remember, once upon a time,
that's what started them.
The Lions played spoiler against who?
Yeah.
And it mattered for the Niners. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers once upon a time. So we got their schedule. Not a walk in the park. Let's go to the Rams because they're right behind him. Tough loss yesterday against the Panthers. Who saw that coming? No one. All right, they're in Arizona this week. Divisional game. Divisional games are different. Sean McVay owns the Cardinals, so we'll see. Got that. Then they have the Lions back at home at SoFi Stadium.
Dude.
Okay.
God,
Cardinals, Lions.
Please, Lions win that game.
You're hoping there. And then...
Lions, you got to imagine, there's a lot of desperation for them right now. So, those games against them are going to be tough.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's just a lot going on. When Dan Campbell's I'm calling plays.
Yeah. There's some dysfunction. Well, you knew they were going to take a step back with Ben Johnson leaving.
That was obvious.
But I'm actually surprised they've been playing this well, albeit without Ben Johnson. But when you lose a guy
they're
like
relatively
that,
healthy, though.
Yeah, well, that's another thing in all this. And
they're relatively healthy.
Goff has been up and down. I have him in fantasy. He has a really good week. Jameson Williams can give you a stinker, then a really good game.
Ragnow retiring and then not passing the physical.
That was sad. That was sad. They have the return, welcome back, 3 days later, see you later, Frank.
And then, he had a grade 3, meaning he tore off the bone.
Those physicals, man.
How did he think he was okay to play in that? Dude.
Joe, as someone who plays a lot of softball, there are many of guys who think they're good to go.
You have a fully torn hamstring is what you're telling me right now, Joe? You're playing compromised?
When you sit on the couch for 6 months to a year, even if you're an NFL athlete, you get back out there. It's just tough.
Okay, so the Rams' remaining schedule. Cardinals this week, then the Lions, then at Seattle.
I don't know what to make of the Seahawks.
But Joe, that's Thursday Night Football in a couple weeks. That's massive in all of that. Thursday Night Football is weird. Remember, that's how the Niners upset the Rams early on at SoFi Stadium. Thursday Night Football is way different. Then they got the Falcons and Cardinals to wrap up the season. So not as tough, you would think, as the Bears' remaining schedule. All right, so we got that, and we're doing the remaining schedule for all the top seeds in the NFC. Let's go to the Eagles, because the Eagles might have the simplest path.
Biggest
to
loss
one.
of the week, the most chef's kiss moment of the week for me, watching bitter, angry Eagle fans boo their team right off the field.
You hate to see it on Thanksgiving.
And then poor
Black
Uncle
Friday.
Danny is like, Jalen Hurts is throwing up all kinds of crazy points at the end of this game. And they went for the field goal, which they missed. And I was so happy because he's like, if they go for the touchdown here and he scores points, I'm losing. Fantasy.
Oh, yeah, fantasy. It matters. I'm back in the thick of it, baby.
I love watching
Bounce back.
someone else rage out over their fantasy team and someone getting garbage time points.
Well, you were playing spoiler against me last week. You won. Or 2 weeks ago.
Hey, I'm on a heater right
I had
now.
an all-time. Oh, you are? Okay.
Climbing out of the cellar.
Wait, in our league?
Yeah.
Well, you're done.
I'm like the fourth worst team, not the second worst team.
Real quick on this. The fact that our championship week is week 17, what kind of crap is that?
Well, week 18, there are some games where the best players in the league might not play.
No, I'm saying the last 2 weeks are usually meaningless. It should be week 16. Yes. No. We should be starting playoffs next week. No. Come on.
I don't agree with that.
No.
In a 16-team league? I think you started a week earlier.
I don't agree with that.
That's fine. You can think that.
Should we put up a poll?
Yes, put it on the poll. All right. Eagles remaining schedule. Here you go, Joey. Eagles, Chargers, Monday Night Football next week. That's a big one. That's at SoFi Stadium. You got to imagine that's low-key a home game for the Philadelphia Eagles. Then they're back at home taking on the Raiders. So they got Chargers, Raiders.
How many wins for the Raiders
Eagles.
this year, please?
2.
Who have they beaten?
The Patriots.
It's incredible.
It's a big win. And they beat the Titans, and then the Titans immediately fired their head coach after it. That's their only 2 wins. So this is the Eagles' schedule remaining. Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders. So you need the Commanders to play spoiler here towards the end because they're cooked. They got Marcus Mariota out there.
Well, Jaden Daniels is like, you know what? I want to come back and play. I don't know if you saw the Joe Burrow.
Probably should have won the game yesterday.
Did you guys see the Joe Burrow comment? He's like, I'm getting paid a lot of money to play a kid's game. They were asking him why he wanted to come back. And it was so refreshing.
They have action to win the division.
Look, the 2 leagues could not be more different for so many different reasons. Guaranteed money being one of the top ones. But like the difference in mindset of an NFL player versus an NBA player is just night and day. As I'm watching Kawhi load manage himself right out of the Clippers organization.
You take Kawhi.
Joe Burrow's out here like, I have to play. God, he's so good.
Again, you mentioned it, the guaranteed aspect of it.
No, I know. Yeah. There's so many reasons why. I mean, the whole culture is different.
Absolutely.
But it's like, you wonder why the NFL is king. And it's because of all of that.
No, I agree. So we're doing the final schedule for all these teams ahead of the Niners in the standings. If the Niners truly have action to get to the number 1 overall seed in the NFC, yes, it can happen. It can. I think we could both agree of those 3 teams, the Bears, the Rams, and the Eagles. Eagles probably have the simplest path if we're just going by teams that like are Scribinis. The toughest game on that schedule for the Eagles might be in Buffalo against the Bills, but the Bills, they're not very good. I know they're 8-4. I don't trust them at all.
Joe, that's the league this year.
I don't trust them.
Why not the Niners?
Exactly.
It's basically like, why not us? You can make an argument for or against 10 teams, right?
Yes.
I'm still, like, I see on the list, like AFC, the 10th team is the Chiefs. And I'm like, I could see them winning it all.
All right.
So the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.